Brett met with Biden's White House legal team just before Trump was indicted for allegedly mishandling classified documents. So dirty, right? It doesn't get much more dirtier than this. Here to break it all down, EGGERS from the Government Accountability Institute. Also with us, Gerald Fility, I like that, Italian, from the Lawfare Project joining me now. Thank you guys for joining me this Saturday night on a holiday weekend.
Hey, my pleasure.
Gerald, I'll start off with you first. What do you make of this? I mean, this guy was part of the whole Russia. Now he's working with special counsel. I mean, really?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm hearing from people enjoying this weekend, that everything is fishy and everything smells like Washington is more corrupt than usual. It's the same small cast of players that are involved in the Justice Department inquiries against Donald Trump for years now. It's the same players, the same people. And at this point, I think it's pretty clear to everyone that it's become political. This isn't a search for justice. It's a witch hunt. And they're trying to find anything they can to levy against Donald Trump to stop him from being the Republican Party nominee and from beating Joe Biden in next year.
I mean, all you need to know is that they waited 2.5 years to indict him. Why didn't they do it right away if he was such a threat to democracy? And why wait until he's surging in the polls? I'll start, Eric, also, I'll ask you this, too. We also learned more this week about Biden's activities as vice president, responding to a Freedom of Information Act request. The National Archives finally responded, and the results, shocking, but not really. I mean, when it comes to Joe Biden. The National Archives admits that it has nearly 5,400 emails, electronic records, and documents in which Biden used one of his fake names as the vice president. Why, if you're the vice president of the United States, you need to use a fake name? Also, at least 1,000 emails from Biden's office when he was VP. Hunter's firm was CC'd. I thought Joe Biden didn't know anything about Hunter's business dealings. There are numerous sound bites from him saying, and then it gets better. There's also an email from Joe's assistant sent to Biden alias Robert L. Peters and also Hunter Biden again. It details a phone call with Ukraine's president that for some reason Hunter needed to know about it. I wonder why. This is what the email, it says, boss, 8:45 a.m., prep for 9 a.m. phone call with Poroshenko. I mean, Eric, is NARA dragging its feet here to protect Biden?
Yeah, I think it's really important to consider both these topics in the same context, because while it seems galling that the president of the United States and his officials might be meeting with Department of Justice officials about the unprecedented prosecution of a former president and future political threat, it makes more sense when you think about all the things that Joe Biden got away with when he was vice president, as these emails show us. We know that his son, Hunter Biden, was being CC'd on emails to his fake email address about future calls with the president of Ukraine, which essentially would be a payoff for the corrupt business scheme that Hunter Biden had agreed to with the president of that Ukrainian natural gas company. Remember, he was hired specifically to do the thing that Joe Biden, his father, bragged about doing, which is getting that prosecutor fired, which we now know went counter to the Obama administration position. So it's all insane that the quiet part is said out loud. We have a number of documentations about it. You have Hunter Biden being paid $1 million a year for this. You have Joe Biden withholding $1 billion in aid, counter to his country's guidance, essentially to do the thing that would get his son paid. So they got away with it when he was vice president. Why wouldn't they feel wildly empowered to do anything they want to while he's president?
So we only have less than a minute left, so I'll ask you both the same question, and you can split it up, 30 seconds to each of you. And I'll start off with you, Eric. Do you know, with all of this evidence, a lot of people at home are thinking, well, why don't the Republicans just impeach Joe Biden already? Why isn't he in jail? Why did Hunter get this sweetheart deal? Do you think the Bidens will ever face justice? I'll start off with you, Eric, first.
Yeah, I think they will, and I think that we will see impeachment articles move forward. Remember, for the Washington elites, it's Labor Day weekend. Nobody comes back from the Hamptons or Martha's Vineyard until Tuesday. So I think you'll see things ramp up. I think we have to applaud the House Oversight Committee. They're the ones that have been moving this forward. And so I think, remember, they've only been in charge for 7 months. They've done an incredible job. They've got bank records. They got phone records. I think more is to come.
And Gerard, what do you think?
I couldn't agree more. You build your case before you file articles of impeachment. That is what the committees are doing. They're investigating. They're finding these documents, which are really very relevant. They're also looking to see, I think, in the Obama administration itself, who else was involved or potentially involved to question as witnesses. They're building their case. They're getting ready to file articles. We should see articles of impeachment at some point this coming term.
All right. From your lips to God's ears. Thank you both.